Greetings from Cincinnati, Ohio. Tom Plank with Healthy Growing Churches. And I want to take just a moment to talk to you pastors that are involved in this Cultivating Congregation initiative there in the PNA. As we transition from 2017 to 2018, I want to take just a moment and I want to recast the vision. I want to talk a little bit about the why behind this particular initiative, and then I have a challenge for you pastors as we step into a brand new year. You know, as you think about the narrative that has been unfolding in our particular tribe the last several decades, it's certainly a narrative that involves a lack of multiplication, a lack of disciples making disciples to a third and fourth generation of reproduction, and it lacks churches that are starting churches. And I hope you agree that needs to change. We need to see a new narrative authored in our particular tribe. We need a group of pastors in the and churches in the PNA and around the country, even around the globe, who will rise up and help us improve on this particular front. And if a new story, new narrative, God is going to author a new story, it's going to begin with you and with me. And that's part of what we're trying to do with this Cultivating Congregation initiative, is to give God some space to change the conversation and to give God a group of churches, particularly in this instance there in the PA, where he can author a new narrative. Cultivating Congregations, as you know, are churches that are wrestling with not should my church multiply, but how will my church multiply? And you've been involved in a 3C group, our intentional process to change the conversation and help you answer a simple but profound question, and that's what would it look like for your church to multiply? I trust over the last year or so it's been helpful to you and to your church. I trust that it's changing the conversation that you're having with your team, with your church, with your leaders, with the people that you relate to in ministry. But let me just tell you a quick story. In the Midwest, we've been doing the same process. We're almost 4 years into that journey. They went through the same material that you all are walking through, and we're working really hard to change the conversation in Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. And I'm really excited to report that we finally have 7 churches in the region. 1 in Michigan, 1 in Ohio, 5 in Indiana that plan to, in the next 12 to 18 months, multiply as a church. Some of it's daughter in a church, some of it's going multi-site, some of it's a Hispanic work, some of it's in a missional community. But it's just exciting to finally get to that point in this process where we change the question, we change the conversation. We're in the process of changing DNA, and now we're beginning to see some fruit from that. It's my heart, it's Lloyd's heart that the same story would be authored there in the Northwest, and it's certainly the reason why we've started this process with Cultivating Congregations and the 3C groups, and I trust that it's been helpful to you. But behind all of that is the why. There are people in your community, there are people in the Northwest there that will not find Jesus unless your church is a part of their story. We need churches reproducing to a third and fourth generation. We need churches planting churches from the grassroots. In our tribe, it's been a real top-down approach, and that's not negative. That's not bad. We need some of that, but we need this grassroots movement where there's this deep passion for people who are far from God, and this deep passion for disciple making to a third and fourth generation of reproduction, and this grassroots movement of churches planting churches. So again, as we end one ministry year and as we prepare to begin a new one, here's my challenge for you pastors in the Northwest. Let's reboot. No matter how good or bad this experience has been for you, let's endeavor to make sure that 2018 begins with a new level of energy and encouragement for the journey that we've begun a little over a year ago. So let me challenge you with this. Engage. Involvement has been somewhat sporadic over the last year. We've had some folks move in and out of groups, couldn't make it for whatever reason. But I want to challenge you to engage at a new and fresh level. I know you can be pulled in 1,000 different directions, but I really do want to challenge you to engage at a new level. I want you to prepare for all the sessions. I want you to attend all of the sessions. I want you to participate at a super high level in the 3C conversations. I know Mark has one scheduled for January. I'm sure Lloyd does as well. I want to challenge you to do the homework. It will help you build a multiplication portfolio, so when the time comes for your church to multiply, you'll have a plan that you can execute. Lloyd and I are extremely excited about this process. We really do believe that we're in the process of changing the conversation that pastors are having, and that if we do that, we have a shot at changing the narrative on the multiplication front in the P&A and our movement. We're looking forward to a fantastic 2018 ministry year. We hope you are too. I hope you and your family have a blessed Christmas and a happy New Year, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in a Zoom window in early 2018.